today on an all-new Dr. Phil.
My best friend is an immature absentee mother.
She's a party mom.
You went into a dressing room and performed a sex act on a stranger.
Having a midlife crisis.
You are raising her child.
We feel like we've raised her just as much as you have.
Your daughter is 2,000 miles away begging to come home.
I'm not going to sit home and bake cookies.
You keep saying, everybody wants me to bake cookies. Like, that's prison. Let's do it.
Have a good show, everybody. Here we go.
This is a safe place to talk about hard things.
Stand by. We'll count you down.
I try to be an emotional compass and point you in the right direction.
5, 4.
I am not giving up on you.
Of you moms, be honest now, how many of you moms have said to yourself, if I could just get a little break? If I could just get a little break. Well, Jamie and Michelle say their best friend Nikki has taken me time to a whole new level. According to them, Nikki didn't just take a break, she shipped her 13-year-old daughter 2,000 miles away and hasn't seen her for 4 months. Nearly 4 months so she could, quote, find herself. I'm a parent. I didn't know that was an option. These friends say after Nikki's husband had an affair, her idea of soul searching became multiple flings in her marital bed and a sexual rendezvous in a department store dressing room with a man she had just met online. Now, they say this once married mom is out of control, and they say she needs to stop and stop now. Take a look.
My best friend Nikki is an immature, selfish, absentee mother.
Nikki is obsessed with dating and hooking up with guys that she barely knows.
She's meeting men online on CD dating websites and bringing them home.
She has been on a big, beautiful women's site for men.
She was on Ashley Madison for extramarital affairs, and she dated at least 3 different married men.
She has sent me pictures of men that she has hooked up with. She seems proud of it.
One time, Nikki performed a sex act on a random guy she had met online in a department store dressing room. She even had a one-night stand with a guy that she had met online in her and her husband's bed on their anniversary. Nobody in their sane mind does that. Nikki is completely out of control. Nikki's had threesomes, and she loves to date older men with money. When I confront her about it, she plays the victim. This is a sad, sad face of Nikki's that she was making for Instagram. She's always saying, God hates me, he loathes me. Her soon-to-be ex-husband destroyed her and ruined her life. It's really embarrassing. Sympathy tears. Sympathy tears. It's been over 2 years since Tyler's affair, and I'm sick and tired of her using that as an excuse to do whatever she wants. Nikki is 40 years old, and she needs to start acting like a 40-year-old.
Nikki's quest for self-enlightenment doesn't stop there. Her friends claim that her drunken all-nighters have turned her into the ultimate party mom.
When Nikki isn't spending her time hooking up with random men, she's out partying and drinking. Nikki's been known to drink several bottles of wine in a night. Nikki drinks with her 19-year-old underage daughter and in front of her 13-year-old daughter. That's completely irresponsible. One time, Nikki was so intoxicated at a concert that she fell in the bathroom stall and hit her head. A security guard had to come and jimmy the door so she could get out. Nikki didn't have any shame. She thought it was hilarious. Well, this is another one of Nikki's Facebook posts about her living the life of a single person, getting back to babe status, getting all beautiful again. Nikki needs to take a good long look in the mirror and wake up now and get it together.
Thank you for being here. You're a really good friend of hers. And Rochelle, you're here as well. You're a good friend of hers.
Yes.
The Nikki that we're seeing on tape here is not the Nikki the two of you are friends with for all these years, right? This is a different Nikki.
Yeah, I don't even know the woman that I've been seeing the last year and a half.
So describe the Nikki that the two of you have been friends with over the years.
Well, we met in 5th grade, and we've been really good friends ever since then. We were in our weddings. We were there when our kids were delivered.
What was the tipping point here? Was it the affair, or was there something bubbling up before that?
I think there was stuff bubbling up before that because Tyler was living in Ohio and she was living in Washington, and so she had a lot of stress with the kids by herself. But then when she got to Ohio, she started just, as soon as she found out about the affair, it was like all bets were off.
Is this all revenge? Is that how it started?
It started as revenge. She told me it was revenge.
Is it still revenge, or has this taken over?
No, she says that this is the new her, and that I need to realize that it's the new her and that she's not going to go back to baking cookies in the kitchen.
When she was baking cookies, when she was in the delivery room, when she was in y'all's lives, if you had pulled her aside and said, someday soon, you're going to be in a department store dressing room performing a sex act on a stranger, what would she have said to you?
Oh, she would have been like, I would never do anything like that. You guys know me better than that. And I would have believed it. When she tells me these things, I'm just like, what? It's something new every time.
Well, Nikki says she deserves to be selfish after 20 years of being a good wife, a good mother. She says her disapproving friends are just jealous of her newfound freedom. Take a look.
I honestly don't think anything's wrong with going out with my friends, dating new and interesting people. I think it's great. I was a mom and a wife at 20. I never got a chance to experience what a normal 20-year-old would do. Now I'm focusing on me. I had low self-esteem my entire life, and now I have young guys wanting to go out with me, date me, buy me drinks. My confidence has gone through the roof. Does dating make me a slut? I don't think so. I am entitled to go out and have some great discoveries and adventures. Jamie has an issue with me dating, and I don't understand why. This is part of moving on. When I found out about Tyler's affair, we tried to work things out for 2 years. I could do it. I had 5 full-blown affairs. I just was distracting myself from the pain that I was suffering, and I wanted him to hurt just as bad as he had hurt me. My friends and family don't understand at all. They expect me to stay home and bake cookies every night. I feel I've been a very good mom to all 3 of my kids. It's my turn to be a little bit selfish. I think people need to understand that and cut me some slack.
They are concerned, frankly, that you've gone over the high side, that you've just lost control and are putting yourself at risk and have essentially abandoned your daughter. And what I heard you say on the tape is that you obviously were hurt by what your husband did, and that you've had low self-esteem all your life, but now you say your self-confidence is through the roof.
It is.
Tell me about that.
What Tyler did to me was quite intense, and I never felt I was worth anything after he did that to me. And the attention was phenomenal that I had not received ever before. So it kind of made me look different.
The attention from who?
From the men that he had me date, yeah.
The men who had you date?
Well, my husband wanted me to date to pawn me off on someone so he could leave and marry his girlfriend.
Did anything about that seem odd to you?
Yeah, it did. After 20 years of marriage, it really, really seemed odd to me. It blew my mind. But I was in such a desperate point to have attention pretty much from being alone when he worked and I lived, you know, across the country, from being alone all the time. I was in a point to where, okay, someone take me out to a movie, someone, you know, take me to dinner, I don't care. And that was his bright idea.
It was his bright idea, but you went along with it, and you were okay with it. And when I would talk to you over and over again and say, this is the dumbest thing I've ever heard, you were like, I just need the attention.
So you said somebody take you to a movie, but you actually didn't go see
a movie.
Oh, I went to movies and went to dinner and shows and regular dating stuff. Went to the mall, went shopping, regular dating stuff, too.
Yeah, I heard about your shopping trip. On one of those shopping trips, isn't it true that you went into a dressing room and performed a sex act on someone you met on the internet?
We were dating, yeah. We had been dating.
You dated like twice.
A couple times we had dated, yeah. That was right after I found out about the affair.
You're in a dressing room in a shop, in a store. Tell me about this self-esteem, confidence that's going through the roof, you say?
That I was getting attention that I had never received.
All right, well, let's take a break. Jamie says she and her husband are raising Nikki's daughter 2,000 miles away with no financial assistance, while Nikki's busy bragging about living the posh life filled with champagne and tryst at the Ritz. Well, how's she affording all of that? Well, we're going to find out after the break.
Nikki's currently dating a billionaire in his mid-60s. Meanwhile, my husband and I are busy raising her daughter 2,000 miles away.
She had posted the posh lifestyle is so exhausting. That was the last straw for me.
And later,
I go out maybe once or twice a month.
why should your daughter pay for those decisions?
She's not paying for them.
She's living 2,000 miles away from her mother, begging to come home. You say, I do remember dragging her down the stairs by her hair, and then say, I don't remember abusing her during her childhood.
I said, I'm sorry.
No, you haven't. What you said is a bunch of bull.
That's tomorrow.
Nikki isn't just hooking up with random guys that she's met online, but she's experimenting with women too. Nikki is not discreet about what she does at all. 3 weeks ago, she sent nude pictures of herself to a woman she had just met online. On another occasion, she was talking to one woman about an experience she'd had with another woman and how hot it was. On top of all of it, she keeps sending screenshots to her husband, and I think she's doing it just to get revenge.
Well, from pulling all-nighters to plunging into the dating pool, Nikki says she's taking a break from being a mom, which, as I said, I didn't know that was an option. And that she's finally putting herself first. She's putting herself at the top of the list. But while Nikki's playing party mom, her friend Jamie and her husband Jason say they're raising her teenage daughter.
Nikki wants to live a lavish lifestyle, and she uses older rich men to do it.
They have the ability to take a girl out to dinner to nice places, and their card doesn't get declined. They're a safe bet.
Nikki's currently dating a billionaire in his mid-60s. She says she has a strong connection with him and she sees a future with him.
He is very emotionally available for me. He likes to watch out for me.
She just wants somebody to be her sugar daddy. Nikki brags about her lavish lifestyle all the time on social media. Meanwhile, my husband and I are busy raising her daughter 2,000 miles away. We told Nikki that if we took her daughter, we would want $150 a month from each of them. Tyler has sent money, but Nikki tells me that she can't send money.
Right now, I'm barely eating once a day, and I was just evicted out of my home.
Meanwhile, Nikki's always getting her hair done, getting her nails done. This is a Facebook post about when she was at the Ritz-Carlton with her sugar daddy, living the posh life.
She had posted the posh lifestyle is so exhausting. That was the last straw for me. And I posted an angry message on Facebook. I'm so happy to hear the posh lifestyle is exhausting for you. You don't blink an eye about accepting money for a car, hair, nails, or alcohol. But when we ask you money for a Halloween costume, you say that she has to go without. She was being selfish and putting her own needs in front of her daughters. Clearly, it's all about you, you selfish bitch.
I was furious about that because this is my time to experience this.
Nikki deleted the post and unfriended me. We have not spoken since.
We love Nikki's daughter. She's doing so much better now, but we have been completely taken advantage of and used.
All right, thank you for being here. And you are raising her child. Why is this your job?
Well, I don't think it's our job, but to a certain degree it is, because we've been friends for so long that their kids have always considered us part of the family. Right. And when you see family in need, you step up and you help out.
And but enough's enough.
And I see all these posts on Facebook, and nothing's been about her daughter, nothing's been about her bettering her position. It's all been about her.
Well, let's look at some of the posts that you're talking about. October 29th, the posh lifestyle is exhausting. Where are my yoga pants? Tonight is a celebrity restaurant and trying food that is on the Forbes 500 for the best. Then there's a photo of Ritz-Carlton and champagne. This is on a date, right?
This is a date, yes.
Is this with this billionaire boyfriend?
Yes.
October 3rd, look at my new car. September 29th, sweater dress, leggings, denim jacket, and Uggs. Hashtag don't care. September 14th, a beautiful night to grill, my new hobby. And there's a photo of grill and numerous steaks. You were to send $150 a month to support your daughter. You've received $40.
Well, no, she sent me $85 once, and then she sent me $40 another time.
And then I also sent you $60 just a few weeks ago.
Well, you haven't been sending $150.
No, I've been sending what I can. The car was actually leased by my employer because I've done such an amazing job in my first year there.
Well, here's a text exchange between Nikki and her 13-year-old daughter. Daughter, I don't like the new you. The new you isn't my mom. The old mom was my best friend. I want that mom back. Just please stop acting like this so I can come home, please. Nikki, you seem to forget that I raised you alone for the last 5 years. Did you know how sad I was? Did you know how much I cried? No, because I was too busy making your life perfect. Right now, I'm having fun for myself. I have never been selfish in my life until now. Never. Really? That's what you say to your daughter 2,000 miles away that's begging you
My
to come
daughter and my friends want me to sit home and bake cookies.
That is such a lie. I just want you to. I don't
That's
care.
what
I don't
you
care
want
if you
me
go
to
out on
do.
the weekend. I don't
You
care if
do
you have a
care.
night. No. What I care about is when your daughter is at my house crying because her mom is not there, and she's so phenomenal. And she.
I know she is.
You know she is from afar.
I do, Jason. I know. I raised her. And I raised two other amazing kids.
You raised her?
You've been with
To
her
when?
for 4 months.
No, we've been with her her whole
Her
life.
whole life.
Exactly.
We feel like we've raised her just as much as you have.
Okay, we have to take a break here, and then I have a lot to say. Nikki blames her husband for sending her down the path she's on now. He says Nikki needs to stop playing the victim and start being a better mom to their daughter. We're going to hear what he has to say after the break.
So I came up with this dumb idea for Nikki to go out on one date. 2 months later, she revealed to me that she had been dating, seeing, or sleeping with 5 different men. It put a punch right in the stomach. Nikki is in a complete downward spiral.
When I first found out about Tyler's affair, Tyler encouraged me to date other people. He felt like this would make things even. I matched with this guy online that was totally my type. We decided to have a date at the gym, and he never showed up. He messaged me saying that he came to the gym early and he saw me on the treadmill. He told me that I was the most disgusting woman he had ever seen and told me to shove pizza and ice cream in my mouth and kill myself. I was completely destroyed. I came to find out that the great guy that I had met online was actually my husband. He said he was doing me a favor, that nobody could ever love a sick, chubby girl. That was the uttermost disgusting experience that I've ever had.
Well, Nikki says when her husband Tyler's mistress called her and outed him for having an affair, it destroyed her. She claims his behavior after that revelation didn't make things any easier. Tyler admits he had an affair, but insists Nikki is using it as an excuse for her bad behavior and is using it way too long.
Since she found out about my affair, Nikki has been totally out of control, and she uses what I did to justify her out-of-control behavior. While the affair was still going on, I asked her for a divorce 3 different times, and she said no. I took full ownership of the affair that I had. I came up with this dumb idea for her to go out on one date. I felt that was fair because of what I did. I figured this would boost her self-esteem. Nikki and I decided to stay together and work through the problems that came with my affair. 2 months later, she revealed to me that she had been dating, seeing, or sleeping with 5 different men. It put a punch right in the stomach. It was something I couldn't handle. I did make some phone calls to these guys. I tried to intervene and get in between them. Nikki actually told me that she needs the attention and the affection from these guys, whether it be online or in person. It was something that she got addicted to. Nikki is in a complete downward spiral. I don't think she can control anymore. She was a very loving, kind, giving person. And now she doesn't care who she hurts. Me, the children, her friends. There's been way too much damage. At this point, I do not think our marriage will be able to be saved.
Nikki's family, including her oldest son, Zach, all say she can play all the victim cards in the world, but there's no excuse for some of her questionable parenting decisions. Let's take a look.
As hard as it is for me to say, Nikki's been a horrible parent.
Her parenting has gone completely downhill.
While Nikki's daughter was in the home with her, she neglected her completely. She would come home from work, drink a bottle of wine, take a nap, and then drink another bottle of wine.
She would bring guys home on the first date with the kids home.
There's been no food in the house.
Her daughter told me that she would cook her own dinner.
I find it scary that my mom can find money to drink and to party, but not for basic necessities.
It's very important for me to have this moment. I have to rediscover who I am again.
My daughter has seen her mother's social media, her Snapchats, her Instagrams, her Facebooks with her out partying. My daughter completely dislikes it.
So the final straw came one night when Nikki was so out of control. Her daughters had gotten in the car to leave, and they had locked the doors, and she threw herself on the hood of the car and was screaming for the letter in the car. Her daughter called me in tears, and that's when we decided that we needed to offer our home.
If we were to send Nikki's daughter back home to be with her mom now, she would absolutely be neglected.
It's very important for me to put my happiness first because I feel it's going to be better for everybody in the long run.
Well, joining us in the audience is her oldest son, Zach. Zach, I'm glad you're here.
Thank you.
You had been away, actually, on a religious mission, correct?
Correct.
And you came home and moved into the house, but you only stayed for a couple of weeks, right?
I just got home from 2 years of being gone. I don't have a job, a car, a phone, nothing. And she comes home and says, I got a date, and leaves.
Were you concerned about her behavior?
Oh, yeah.
What did you see that concerned you?
I saw immaturity, irresponsible. One time, my mom walks past me, and she just smells like alcohol. And she said she was playing drinking games, and I said, Mom, you are 40 years old. You should not be playing drinking games. I'm 21. Kids my age play drinking games.
When I was 21, I was a mom to 2 kids.
That wasn't their choice.
No, it wasn't.
You had the kids at 21,
I
not
did.
them. So,
I did.
So you
but
have
I
a
never got to
responsibility
have any
you have
kind
a
of
responsibility to your
self-discovery of
13-year-old
my
daughter.
own independence.
Discover yourself.
Why should your daughter pay for those decisions that you made early on?
She's not paying for them now.
She's not? She's living 2,000 miles away from her mother, begging to come home and getting a lecture about why she should feel guilty for not allowing you to go out and run and party and play.
I'm not run. That's the thing that everyone's making me out to be, this run and party play. I go out maybe once or twice a month.
That is such a lie. And I had shut myself off from your social media a long time ago. I wasn't following it because it was
we didn't, and we have pictures 2 weekends in a row.
Right.
But I don't go out every day. I don't. I have a job I have to do. I don't drink every night.
What is it that is more important than your daughter?
Nothing is more important than my daughter.
Based on results, something is, because you shipped her off. On the priority list, she's gone.
I didn't ship her off. Jamie demanded that she go out there.
And why?
Jamie demanded, she bought the plane ticket.
Why?
Because her dad was moving in, Tyler was moving out, I was moving in, and it was a mess. I'm rediscovering who in the hell I am. And I'm not going to sit home and bake cookies and wait for Prince Charming to come knocking on my damn door.
Can't find Prince Charming on Ashley Madison.
Let's just listen to your daughter, because you're not making sense to me. Let's see if she does.
My mom is being immature and childish. She isn't really thinking straight at all. My mom thinks it's okay to act like she's in college, but she still has to raise me. She goes out on dates with strangers she met online. I worry about my mom because she drinks on dates. Things could happen. My mom drinks a lot. One time when I was at a concert with my mom, she got alcohol poisoning. Me and my friend had to carry her out to the car because she couldn't even walk. Another time I was at a fair with my mom. She got drunk that day, dropped food on the ground and tried to pick it up and eat it, but I had to knock it out of her hands. When I see my mom behaving like this, it embarrasses me and it angers me. While I'm living 3,000 miles away, she's out partying and everybody's seen on social media. It's really unfair. When I tell my mom, she dismisses my feelings. My mom's always telling me that she needs me time. Me time is like when you're by yourself. I think by the way she behaves, she doesn't care. She forgets about me and doesn't see what I'm going through. I really miss my mom being my best friend. I want things to be the way they used to be. I still love her. I'm always here for her. I want my mom back.
I feel everybody wants me to stay home and bake cookies. I honestly feel that. Everybody wants me to go back to the lady who I was for 20 years. Catering for the kids, catering to Tyler's career choices and follow him across the country. You know, taking care of everybody's problems and responsibilities. And this is the first time in my life that I've actually been able to think about me. 2.5 years ago, after this all happened, yes, I did go crazy. Yes, I had a meltdown. Yes, I had therapists say that you're pretty much in a depressive state. Yeah, I know that. And yeah, I did drink 2 and 3 bottles of wine a day. And I picked myself up, and I got a job, and I excelled in that job. And I got myself out of it. And yeah, I still go out, and I still have fun. Because I want to experience what it's like to be 25 again. I never went to that kind of college. I didn't get to do that. I was a great mom. I put my husband and my children always first. And that's one thing that I know that they can't deny, because I've always put them first.
I've never denied that.
I've always been a great mom. I have 2 older kids that testify that I've always been a good mom. But at this point in my life, I'm rediscovering who in the hell I am. And I'm not going to sit home and bake cookies and wait for Prince Charming to come knocking on my damn door, because he's not going to do it.
You can't find Prince Charming on Ashley Madison.
If y'all want to argue, you can do that without me here.
I am going, every day is a new day for me. Every day I'm discovering something new about myself. I'm not the same woman I was 2.5 years ago. I'm not the same woman I was 15 years ago. And I love my daughter tremendously. I've always put my daughter in everything first.
Well, I'm afraid I'm going to have to throw the flag on that.
My whole experiment of being 20 all ends when she comes home. And my life will go back to baking cookies again.
Somebody needs to tell you the truth. And here's the truth.
Tomorrow on an all-new Dr. Phil.
You say I don't remember abusing her during her childhood.
I did not beat my children.
Did you spank her with a spoon till it snapped in half?
Absolutely not.
Are you kidding me?
Somebody's lying here.
That's tomorrow.
Let me just tell you something, and listen, you don't have to like what I'm telling you, and you don't have to like me. That's okay, because I'm expendable.
Well, I love you, Dr. Phil.
But somebody needs to tell you the truth. And here's the truth. You're only a victim as long as you want to be. I'm not excusing what your husband did. I make no excuses for that whatsoever. You keep saying, everybody wants me to bake cookies. Like that's some kind of prison sentence. You set that up as a dichotomy where you say, okay, I can either bake cookies or I can be out here some party girl getting drunk, falling down, eating cake off of the ground at the fair, being carried out of a concert. If those are the 2 choices, then yes, I would rather have you baking cookies than drunk at the fair eating cake off the ground in front of your daughter. That's not you. On your knees in the dressing room at the department store, that's not you. That is degrading. It is beneath you. You are selling out for short-term attention from men, and you are mistaking that for positive attention, love, care, whatever it is you're telling yourself. They are using you and laughing about it afterwards. That is not finding yourself. But you do have to be a parent, because that's a job you can't quit.
No, and I never wanted to do that.
You just so happen to have some people that love and care about you and your family enough that they've stepped up and given you a break, and you have squandered that break by doing things in the wrong direction. She is your responsibility. You need to be raising her, and the only reason that they have seemingly enabled you is because they did not want to continue to subject your daughter to your poor choices and your behavior. They took your daughter not to help you, but to protect your daughter.
I know they did.
Okay, we have to take a break here. Think about what I've said. I'm going to add somebody to this conversation because he and I have talked about this, about your situation. He's not only the leader of an empowering megachurch, he's also a very dear friend of mine. I'm talking about the Bishop T.D. Jakes. He's here, and I'm going to add him to this conversation after the break. I would like to add to this conversation my very dear friend, Bishop T.D. Jakes. He leads an unbelievably inspiring megachurch in Dallas, my hometown before I came here, called Potter's House. He's a filmmaker, he's a playwright, he's a Grammy winner, he's a best-selling author, and now he's the host of his own TV show called T.D. Jakes. Take a look.
Nobody can fix the past. What are you going to do about the life you got left? You're in this situation and you're trying to win this fight. You are seeing yourself as a child. You're a grown woman.
The reason why I haven't been vocal, other than saying I'm with her, is because I didn't know what to say that could actually pierce through all the noise and the chaos and the disgusting vitriol that's going on and actually be heard.
We don't get to pick what shakes your world, but you do get to pick what stabilizes. You're so much alike, I don't even know which way to turn my head. You're just as stubborn as she is. I don't even know who I'm talking to. I'm just confused. Because at the end of the day, you're holding her hostage.
Please welcome my longtime dear friend, the Bishop T.D. Jakes.
Thanks for having me, Doc.
Good to see you.
I'm good. Hello, how are you?
Good to see you.
Hi, Nikki.
Hi.
Meet these folks. You know Nikki, and you've been listening to
Yes,
you listen to this to everybody, right?
Yeah, I listen to everybody.
What are you hearing here?
Well, I'm glad you set me right here because I'm on your side. I don't think anybody has ever been on your side.
Oh.
Because though you had a lot of people around you who loved you, they never heard you screaming. And you're a little bit angry with all of them because they didn't hear you screaming. And now you're trying to defend yourself. And this woman that you have turned into is your protector. And she's trying to block out the pain, but she's also blocking out the love. Because you no longer believe that anybody else is going to love you. And this is the last resort for you. And you're afraid to let it go because you don't think that you'll ever get it if you don't get this. But you are wrong.
I want you to meet someone else, Deanna Jordan. She's the founder of New Method Wellness right here. They're a leader in dual diagnosis treatment. They're set in beautiful Southern California. It's a very caring and committed and compassionate staff. Is this not exactly what you do?
Yes. Yes. Hi, Nikki.
Hi.
You know, I've been where you are, really lost, and I feel like you're looking for love in all the wrong places. And I know that New Method Wellness could teach you to look for love in the right places. You know, you could fill up that hole in your gut with love and light, like the bishop is talking about. The most important thing that I heard everybody say was that you deserve it. You deserve real love.
I want to make this resource available to you. You talk about baking cookies like it's solitary confinement at the federal prison.
I've done it for 20 years.
But you don't have to do that. You can learn to take care of yourself. But to do it, you got to start with honesty. And let me tell you, nobody had to come here and do this, but they did because you matter. I asked them to be here to provide you with every possible resource you can have to heal this family and get you back on the right path. I want to extend that to you. Will you take it?
I will.
All right, that's what we want. That's what we want to do, okay? All right. All right, we're going to take a break. Next, Oprah and Tyler Perry. I'm getting the scoop from the bishop. You'll see what I mean next. We'll be right back. Want to know what's coming up on Dr. Phil? Visit our website and subscribe to our email newsletter. You'll get weekly updates, life strategies, and exclusive video that you won't find anywhere else.
Plus, on drphil.com, you can see sneak previews of upcoming shows. Log on today.
Well, he's not only a dear friend, but he's also the host of his new show, T.D. Jakes. And I am so excited about your show. In fact, you've been on my show many, many times. You and I have been working together for years.
Yes.
And so now, the T.D. Jakes show, tell me, what's the mission statement? What did you decide on and put as your focus when you launched this new show?
Mostly I just tried to imitate you as best
All
I
right.
could.
Well, I noticed when I looked at your set, it looked pretty familiar to me. I was wondering if you, and here, I mean...
Yeah, my suits and everything. I'm just trying to get as close as I can. No, you know, what you did and what you do inspires me too, that TV can be used for good. I take on social issues. I bring people together who don't get along. I always say if all my friends got together in a room, they'd kill each other.
Yeah.
You know, I can love people who don't like each other, and I've always been a bridge builder, and I think that there's a way that we can get people that we have all these ideas about, but we've never really gotten a chance to know them, to get them to sit down and talk, and our country needs unity.
Well, yeah, you've had, that's true. You've had Oprah on. I've met her. Maria Shriver.
Right.
Tyler Perry. They're
Yes,
all three friends of mine.
Right.
And they're all intelligent, thoughtful people that have a lot to say.
Right.
And you've had them all on. Now you're going to have me on.
Yeah, recently I've had town hall meetings, and I had the Trump supporters in the room with the Clinton supporters, and I'm still alive. Yeah, I'm still alive. That says something all by itself. The wonderful thing that people don't realize, we're more alike than we are different. The pain that your guest had earlier, that's not white pain. It's not Democratic pain. It's not Republican pain. It's not rich pain. It's just pain.
I'm so proud that you have this television show. And when you told me you were going to do it, I said, jump in, the water's fine. There's room for everybody. And I want everybody to know this is a man I trust. This is a show I support, T.D. Jakes. And I recommend you find it on your dial and you listen to what this man has to say on television, because it will change your life. It will change your day.
And I'm pretty, too.
Yeah. Nikki spoke a lot today about thinking she deserved the right to be selfish and put her own needs ahead of her family, something I firmly disagreed with, but she is far down the continuum. My wife, Robin, has always said women need to take care of themselves so they can take care of others. That is a very different philosophy. And as you know, Robin created a skincare collection especially designed for women. Well, that became so popular that she has expanded it with 14 new products. Okay?
So thrilled that I just recently launched the Robin McGraw Revelation Luxury Skincare Collection globally. My team and I researched and discovered what women are truly looking for. Then we developed these products with some really fun and unique names. For example, we have Polish to Perfection, a micro-polishing and exfoliating scrub. Now, who doesn't want their skin looking as perfect as it can? And a great scrub is a key to doing just that. So, everyone in this perfect audience is going home today with your own Polish to Perfection.
I'm not a lady, but I've got one, and yours is right under your seat. All right? And you at home can go straight to RobinMcGrawRevelation.com and shop till you drop for her wonderful skincare collection. And when you go to the website, it's an all-new website. So if you've been registered all this time, you need to re-register, which will only take you a minute. I want to thank all of my guests today. A special thanks to Deanna Jordan and New Method Wellness for offering help to Nikki. I know it will make a huge difference. A very special thanks to Bishop T.D. Jakes. To find out where you can watch his new show, you can go to tdjakes.com for your local listings, or you can catch it daily on OWN at 6 p.m. Eastern and Pacific Standard Time. Thank you. We'll see you next time. Come with me. Let's go get Robin. All right. Thanks, guys.